Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Does it look like? Yes, it looks like you can hear me. Cool. Why is this doing this? All right, cool. Got the chat fired up. Got my tunes going on. And I've got my Cintiq sorted out. So we're going to do a painting tonight. I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. I think that probably what I'm going to do is... Why do I keep touching that stuff? Probably what I'm going to do is every time I go up here, I touch my buttons on there. Anyway, I'll just put my hands in my armpits like this and talk. So we're going to start a new painting tonight. I haven't been live in a while. And so I'm bringing the stream back. Yada, 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 yada. And we're going to do one of two things. I think that probably what I'll do is I'm going to do a 2.0 version of an older painting from maybe 2018, 2019, 2017, something like that. And I might like sorry, I'm like checking the chat. Here we go. Test the chat. Test the chat. I'm easily distracted. And I'm also like just trying to do a lot of things at one time. All right, so I'm gonna probably look through these paintings and see which one maybe we could redo. See how much we've improved since in 6 years. That's crazy. And then like if some people show up and start saying hello in the chat, we can either get you involved in the voting, or we can I'll just spin the wheel and then I'll start something. And we're gonna go for a little while. I got started way late tonight, but we're gonna go for a little while, about an hour probably, and see where that takes us. So first of all, what do we got? Got this guy. We can do a cute werewolf guy. So let me cute levitating werewolf. Oh, let me go to the screen. All right. Cute levitating werewolf. That's number one. Let's see what else we got. We can do a serpent from another planet. Alien serpent that likes ice cream. All right, we can do... Let's see what else we got. We can do maybe haunted sandwich. What I'm thinking with some of these is just like, do I redo the whole concept, or do I just repaint it exactly, or as close as possible? That's to be determined, I guess. To be determined. All right, next we have, let's see what else we got. I've got this one. Let me go and see. Do I have anything from 2017? Now this is early days, man. All right, this is early days. Probably have some stuff here. that's like from way back. Way back. We've got a Cerberus. Maybe we'll redo this Cerberus. That'd be kind of cool. All right. And we'll do one more. Let's see. So far, we've got Levitating Werewolf, Alien Serpent, Haunted Sandwich, and Cerberus. There's a new Beetlejuice coming out. Maybe we can redo this Beetlejuice portrait. Beetlejuice portraits. Okay, those are the 5. And I suppose what we can do... Oh, I can add images, huh? That's cool. Should I do that? Oops. I just want to see what happens if I upload an image. Huh, that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to do that. Let's make this legit. I can't do it. Because I have to... No, I'm just going to do screenshots. Yes. All right, get that one. Let's see. Desktop. Wrong. Okay, I changed my mind. I don't want to do that. It's too much clicking. Too much clicking. All right, so we're starting something new according to this and this. Let me see if I'm on YouTube. Yep. Am I on YouTube right now? Am I live on YouTube? Yes, I am. Man, I look great. Great tonight. All right, so here we go. What are we gonna do? We're gonna spin the wheel. What's this do? I don't like how these are the same color. Why did they do that to me? All right. Do we want it with sound or without sound? I don't know. All right, we're gonna do first. We're gonna do first to 3. That's what we're gonna do. First 1 to 3 is what we do. First spin. Okay, we got 1 for Beetlejuice portrait. So it's not going to give me a count, I guess. I'll have to do it like this. All right, spin it again. Beetlejuice portrait again. All right. So Beetlejuice portrait, if we're doing first 3, there it's way in the lead right now. Okay, Haunted Sandwich. We have 1 for Haunted Sandwich. Let's see if we can get this, make this more interesting. Haunted Sandwich again. Okay, what's going on here? Ooh, oh. I almost had a winner. Okay, Cerberus. My cursor's doing weird stuff. Okay, here we go. Fair. I have a fair connection right now. I don't like that. Haunted sandwich. All right, haunted sandwich it is then. You know what? We're doing best out of 5. Nobody's here. Nobody's here to see this. Nobody heard me say best out of 3. Alien serpent. Haunted sandwich really wants me to do it. One more for Cerberus. Okay. Got a close race here. 1 for Alien Serpent, 4 for Haunted Sandwich, 3 for Cerberus, 2 for Beetlejuice Portrait. I hope I didn't say, how many times have I said that? I hope I haven't said it 3 times. All right, Haunted Sandwich. I mean, I think it's fate. There's no way around it. We're doing a Haunted Sandwich. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to improve on this. Doing a Haunted Sandwich. Hello, Heather. How's it going? We're doing a redo of an old... Did I close it? Here, let me make a new window. New window. Secondary window. And I'm going to change this to preview. Then I'm going to... All right, Heather, since you're the only one here that I know of that's talking in the chat, I just got finished spinning the wheel. Maximize this panel. I just got finished spinning the wheel. And I'm doing a 2.0 version of a painting. So we've got... Why is everything... Oh, I closed it. I closed the window, so... So there's no way to get it back. All right, we got Cerberus. We've got... what else did I have here? Oh. Beetlejuice Portrait. Then we've got... what else did I say? Oh, we've got Haunted Sandwich, which is what actually won when I spun the wheel. And then we've got Levitating Werewolf. And then one more, we've got the Space Serpent. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube. Is it not showing up? Yeah, if you go to my channel, it's live. I can see it. Let's see here. So, I don't know. Just say yes or no if you want to be involved in deciding which to do here. Otherwise, I think I'm going to start on this Haunted Club Sandwich. Yes. I don't know what question that's an answer to, really, to be honest. All right. One of the things about art is sometimes it's fun to, I mean, like, I don't know how good I'm going to be. Well, I know I'll be able to do it, but I don't know how much I can improve on a haunted club sandwich, but we're going to try. So maybe I can put the original down here. Let's see. Media source. Local file. Here we go. So it's not going to let me do something that I want to do. Weird. Everything. That's it. All right, let's see if I can post this. What the heck? It's not a media source, I guess. I guess it is a image. Right. Hello, Seth. How's it going? Hello, hello, hello. All right, so here's the old one. And I'll just put it down here, I guess. Well, it's gonna cover up the color. I'll put it up here, I guess. Okay, so that's the original. Maybe I'll start by modeling this. I kind of feel like doing some 3D stuff tonight. So I guess you got it on YouTube. YouTube seems to be working okay. All right, here we go. First, let's see, different kind of sandwich. Does anybody have a sandwich? I like the club sandwich because it's 3 pieces of bread. So we'll stick with the club sandwich. Sticking with the club sandwich. Cool. I really don't need to do this, but I just feel like doing it. I just feel like modeling this part of the way. I'm gonna put a slice of tomato in there. What else got a club sandwich got on it? Bacon. And it's got meats. You know what? I could change this to topography move brush, and that just it like picks out each shape. Where is it? Move topology. It picks out each shape to move it separately instead of moving a bunch of different shapes. So what is happening, everybody? We have an exciting case going on right now in the news. I was reading about this Alec Baldwin thing. Anybody else keeping up with that? Is this just playing the same song over and over again? It is, isn't it? That's crazy. Hey, how's it going? I gotta put a reminder on with the dog horn alarm. Okay. Do all these songs sound exactly the same, or what's going on here? Fresh pastries. So tonight we're doing a 2.0 version of a older piece. And I spun the wheel a little earlier and it came back with Haunted Club Sandwich. So we're redoing that. And I was just getting ready to start talking about, see, like what I've been doing lately is trying to figure out things to talk about for YouTube videos and stuff like that. Or actually, I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos with the stream, the time lapse. I think I'm a little tired. The time lapse, and then I talk over it, and like I'll go into different subjects and stuff. And that's what I've been doing. So I've been trying to, like, if I get interested in something, I'll go off and do research on it and say, hey, maybe this is something to talk about on the stream. So I just read like some little snippet this morning about the Alec Baldwin trial. And I guess it's not super sunny subject, but yeah, like you guys have probably heard this before, right? That Alec Baldwin like was on a movie set and he accidentally shot somebody. Had a gun that of course nobody thought was loaded, and he didn't think it was loaded. Somebody handed him a gun that was loaded with a real bullet, and it went off, and he killed somebody. Crazy. I am gonna stream. Yeah, I'm gonna start streaming Thursdays at 6:30. I went on a little late tonight because of technical things. So that's the target. We'll see how it goes. I mean, yeah, that's my plan. So like, I was wondering like how the hell does live ammunition get onto a movie set, right? I could make it a Reuben. Oh, I got you. Yeah. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do club sandwich just because it's got a bunch of different stuff I can put on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Because Reuben does have 3 pieces of bread, doesn't it? Um, the actor who got shot on the set years ago. Yeah, that was Brandon Lee. He got shot on a set, but that was a little bit different. That was a little bit different. Brandon Lee, the guy who played the Crow, he was like this young actor. Everybody loved him, or a lot of people loved him, and he had his whole career ahead of him, and he was killed because of an accident like that. But the thing is with that is that wasn't a bullet. That was a problem. That was a freak accident really, because when you shoot a gun with blanks, even though it doesn't have an actual projectile bullet in it, it can still blow stuff out of the end of the gun, like chunks. And so, yeah, it was a blank. And so I think it like just a freak accident, man. Like he shot it and it just like, injured him and he didn't make it. That was different. This is like, I mean, because that is a little bit more understandable than somebody actually. Why is there even a bullet, a live round, on the set of a movie where there are guns? That was like my biggest question. And, yeah, and I just like kind of like looked up a little bit about it, and it's like, you're not supposed to have. Of course, you're not supposed to have bullets on a set, the same set where there are guns being used. It's just like, kind of a bad idea. So what they said is they think that maybe somebody on the crew was doing target practice with this gun, like playing with it when it was like they brought some real live ammo in. They were like, let's shoot this gun, man. So I mean, I can believe that happens. Totally believe that happens. But that's so crazy, like, I mean, how many things have to be, like, how many dumb mistakes you have to make for that to happen? First, you have to allow live ammo on a movie set. Then, you have to store the live ammo so close to the fake ammo that somebody could make the mistake and pick up a real friggin' bullet and put it into a gun. And then the person who is in charge of that kind of thing, like not putting the real bullet to the gun before they hand it to the actor, that person has to not know the difference between a blank and a live round. Then after all that, the person who checks the gun, because they usually double check them for this reason, also has to miss that it's a live round. And then you hand it to the actor, and then the actor has to pull the trigger when they're not even, from what I hear, they're not even supposed to, he's not even supposed to be pulling the trigger at that time. So, set up in some way? Okay, so what have you heard? What have you heard? Did you hear that somebody set it up like this was a hit? I don't know. I think that it was a dumb mistake and that people were, negligent. The person who was the armorer, meaning the person who like is in charge of the guns on the set, in charge of the weapons and stuff on the set, she actually got sentenced to 18 months in jail. I don't know how much time she's appealing it, but I don't know how much time she's going to get. But the weird thing though is that it was obviously a mistake, Like, okay, so if it wasn't a setup, then that means it was a terrible mistake, And so I looked it up. It's like, because I'm thinking like, how can you send somebody to jail for a terrible mistake? And the truth is that involuntary manslaughter is you can somebody's convicted of involuntary manslaughter if first of all somebody dies and they die because of the person's negligence. So it's a negligence question. Like everybody knows that it wasn't on purpose, you know, but everybody knows it wasn't on purpose, but was it a stupid mistake? Was it a negligent mistake? Right. And like, so what the prosecution is trying to do, I think, in this case, is prove that silly shit was going on the set that shouldn't have been happening that led to this terrible thing happening, right? And I think that they might be able to prove that because there was like all this. I don't know. There was like apparently some stuff that had happened before. People were complaining about there being lack of like being such a time crunch that it was like people weren't doing the proper checking of stuff, you know? So but I mean, I don't know. Is it the actor's fault? I'm not sure. So that's the thing because yeah, they all have to live with it now. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like nobody could be feeling good about it, you know? It's like um now they've got defense lawyers and there's something about when there's something about when somebody is speaking in their own defense when a tragedy happens like this, like Alec Baldwin, right, goes on TV and he talks about how like it was a terrible mistake, right, or it was an accident, and that automatically kind of turns people off because all they want to see is for him to be like super guilty. They know it was an accident, a mistake, but if he's there trying to like plead his case, um, it kind of makes people like annoyed. I don't know. I think it's just human nature. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they just want to see him real sad and just be like, it was a problem. But like his lawyer's probably like, hey, you didn't do anything wrong, and was telling him not to admit any mistake, right? That's the problem with that. But the other wrinkle is that he was a executive producer on the set, so he wasn't just an actor. So that complicates things a little bit because the executive producer is also has the responsibility overall of things like that, like overseeing. I mean, not necessarily, but still, like they're in a leadership position, so the buck kind of can stop with them. I think, and again, this is like of course, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm probably completely wrong about everything I'm saying right now. But I think that at least he's going to be at least like paying a ton of money in a civil suit. Yeah, gets sued big time. Yeah, because like like the OJ trial, right? He didn't get convicted of a crime, but it was proven in court that he murdered somebody afterwards. Isn't that crazy? And like since he'd already been tried, they couldn't really like use it as whatever. But the civil suit did find him guilty of causing the death of those two people. And so he had to pay well, I mean, I don't think he ever paid it, but he had to pay a bunch of money. He was supposed to have paid a bunch of money. I think like all the money from the book that he wrote called something like, I didn't do it, but if I did it, like it was called something like that. Somebody, either the justice system or family, wants somebody to pay for the loss. Yeah. Yeah, the gun wasn't taken care of. Yeah, and that person is going to jail for 18 months, supposedly. Yeah, and I understand that you want justice for your family member that was killed because of people's negligence. 100%. I guess the question is it a crime? Was it a crime? Because like I said, I mean, I think that it's an open and shut case that somebody owes the family some money, OJ, yeah, OJ totally did it. Hot take. Hot take from a 25-year-old case. Yeah, I know money won't make it better. Will Alec Baldwin going to jail make it better? I mean, nothing will make it better, right? And I'm not like sticking up for Alec Baldwin or anything. I just think it's interesting, kind of as a as a thought of like, somebody died. That's crazy. That's terrible. That's something you can't take back, Uh, and so there's that, but then there's the people who are still alive, and should they, how much should they pay for it? Should they pay criminally for it? I don't know. I think that's arguable. I think that there's much more of a case that the armorer was negligent. I mean, the armorer is the one who, it's their actual job description to go to like make sure there isn't live ammo in a gun before they hand it to somebody. It's not really the actor's job. It's the actor's job to, it's not really the actor's job to be like, hey, let me check this with my absolutely no expertise on firearms. So the armorer is in the middle of an appeal, but I think that it's likely they're going to lose the appeal and have to do some time. So somebody's doing some time for it. I guess the question is, if Alec Baldwin wasn't a celebrity, if he was just some regular person, like, for instance, there were other people that were involved in this bad decision. Like, how about the people that brought the shit onto the set in the first place, How about them? There are other people that could be blamed. I think it's just, I don't know. Again, I'm not, like, I don't have any strong opinions about it. I just think it's, like everybody's got their own little opinions on stuff. I just think it's, I just wonder if this case wouldn't have already been dropped against him if he wasn't a celebrity who was kind of a jerk, who was kind of known as a jerk. Because didn't he like leave a voicemail and he like cussed out his daughter a few years ago while he was drunk or something? So like he doesn't have a great reputation, So I wonder if that has anything to do with it, because the DA has to decide whether to pursue a case or not, or to throw it out of court. So a high-profile case for a DA that actually the DA was there was somebody that was involved in a re-election campaign. Actually, maybe I should have looked up some more facts or whatever, but these different things, But I guess if you look into every situation closely enough, you're going to find things that you can find suspicious, because people just, our brains are designed to recognize patterns. So that's why we're so kind of prone to conspiracy theories, Yeah, I know you're just saying, Eva. I know that obviously somebody needs to. Yeah, I couldn't imagine if like just one day I got a call and it's like your daughter or your wife or your sister or whoever, it's like terrible accident happened on set, right? Like you're gonna want for somebody to pay for it, because they're gonna ask the same question I asked. Like, what the hell is a bullet, like a real bullet, doing on a set of a movie? Whoever did that is like a idiot, man. Like that's 100% open and shut negligent. So, but I know that Alec Baldwin didn't drive the bullets to set. So I don't know, but he did pull the trigger, right? So how culpable is he? It's weird. I'd like to think that if any of us were in that fucked up situation where we pulled the trigger of a gun, and it shot somebody, we would just want to make sure everybody knew it was an accident, and probably wouldn't really want to go to jail for the mistake, just because we're people. But I don't know. In the public at it, but as weird a circumstance, new people need something fixated on. Yeah. Could have been not a big deal if not. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that things happen like this. Like, think about how many gun accidents there are, like, in this country. There are a lot of gun accidents. And, I mean, probably usually the person that pulls the trigger probably is at least charged with involuntary manslaughter. Because, it doesn't matter if you meant it or not. It doesn't matter, At some point, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just taking the other view now. Somebody's dead now. that's not something you can take back. And yeah, it was a mistake and everything, but it's like still, you know, somebody's dead. They're not going back. So what do you guys think? Does he deserve to go to jail for what happened? Does he deserve to go to jail? Do you think there's anything to my theory that he wouldn't be getting that the charges might have been dropped if he wasn't a celebrity and if he wasn't known to be kind of a jerk? You know, I always liked him. I always thought, I mean, he was super funny on Third Rock. And he was great in that movie, Glenn Ross. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that, but he was like classic character in that. Coffee's for closers. I wonder if I'll get kicked off YouTube if I share that. It's a little bit long, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, this is this one. Let's do this one. Seven minutes? I didn't want a 7-minute long one. I wanted a 3-minute long one. Here we go. And let me pause this music. Probably going to get shut down from YouTube, but what does it matter?
And where's Mr. Roman?
Well, I'm not a leash, so I don't know, do I? Let me have your attention for a moment. Because you're talking about what? You're talking about bitching about that sale you shot. Some son of a bitch don't want to buy land. Somebody don't want what you're selling. Some broad you're trying to screw, so forth. Let's talk about something important. Are they all here?
All but one.
Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I'm here from downtown. I'm here from Mitch and Murray. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. Your name's Levine?
Yeah.
You call yourself a salesman, you son of a bitch?
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is you're fired.
Jack Lemmon.
The bad news is you've got just 1 week to regain your job, starting with tonight. Starting with tonight's sit. Oh, have I got your attention now? Good. Because we're adding a little something to this month's sales contest. As you all know, first prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. Anybody want to see second prize? Second prize, a set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired. You get the picture? You laughing now? You got leads. Mitch and Murray paid good money. Get their names to sell them. You can't close the leads you're given. You can't close shit. You are shit. Hit the bricks, pal, and beat it, because you are going out.
The leads are weak.
The leads are weak. The fucking leads are weak. You're weak. I've been in this business
Such language.
15 years.
What's your name?
Fuck you! That's my name. You know why, mister? Because you drove a Hyundai to get here tonight. I drove an $80,000 BMW.
Hey,
That's
nothing wrong with a Hyundai.
my
Nothing
name.
wrong with a Hyundai, Alec. All right. So that's what I'm talking about. That was the best performance of Alec Baldwin's career so far. All right. So I wonder if what YouTube's going to do to me for showing that. I guess we'll see. I'll probably get copyright something. Not a strike, but a copyright claim. It's not like I'm monetized anyway. So, all right. So we've got a sandwich here. We've got plenty of Alec Baldwin content. Saturday Night Live Trump impersonation, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, he's been in a lot of good stuff. But anyway, you know, you see what I mean though? Like when he goes on an interview and he says, Alec Baldwin watching Alec Baldwin. Oh, my hair's not that good, but that old. Alec Baldwin's got a couple years on me. How are you doing, Monty? The music is way. Oh, my bad. Yeah, right. I forgot to turn the music down, sir. That's probably better. I don't know if you heard what I said, but I was very offended by you saying I'm Alec Baldwin. Now you can't hear me? Come on now. It's okay now? Okay, so let me just tell me as I'm talking now. Can you hear me? Because there's a delay. So I think I fixed it. I can see the Yeti going doink 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 like that. So anyway, I'm making a club sandwich. I'm making a haunted club sandwich as usual. Doing something real weird. Oh yeah, I gotta do the toothpick too. Can hear me? Okay. Do the toothpick too. I don't know. Can I? Should I? Cancel. Thinking about maybe merging this, and then. I don't know. Is this? It's probably going to be kind of like. Maybe not really needed to do all this. I don't know. All right, let's see. First, I'm going to hide the lines so I can see the colors. All right. Now, let me see if I can do this. We were just talking about Alec Baldwin, Amani, and the trial. We were wondering if he wasn't a celebrity, if they would be like going after him, or if they would have settled out of court, or if they would have, you know, what they would have done. Yeah, this doesn't really work that well, does it? You know what I can do? I can do this. Let me try to see if I can bend it with magic. Toothpick. Yeah, like you, the old version of it is up there in the left-hand corner. I'm gonna put a toothpick in there. I want to start painting. So you know how it is. Like I'll do. At the beginning, I was like, hey, I'll model this partially part of the way out. And I'm not going to put every detail in it, but I just wanted to start with something. It'll look completely different than this, but yeah, I'll definitely put a toothpick on there. Olive on a toothpick, that's good. I'm just trying to figure out like a good way to bend this, or if I need to really be like worrying about it. Let's see. Oh, I've got to do this first. I got to get rid of all the subdivisions. What are you doing to me, computer? Z-Remesh. Where is it? Man, I'm out of practice in here. Let me see. All low. All high, and then... Where is delete the subdivision levels? There we go. Delete lower. There we go. All right. A turd? No, there won't be any turds, guys. All right. Why don't you guys grow up, guys? All right. Bend the curve. Kind of want to bend the corner. Can I do that? Gizmo, and then I'll move it. I'll turn it this way. See if I can bend the curve now. Yeah, there we go. I know you were joking. No wonder you don't get the. Come on. Come on. Everybody likes to go on a date with somebody that talks about turds. Oh my God. What is going on? All right. There we go. All right, that's one piece of bread. And then we can do one other piece of bread. Bend curve. Why isn't it letting me do it? Mesh is partially hidden. Yeah, I know that. What's talking about? Okay, so I can do this. Now I should be able to do it. Saxophone solo. Wow, I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, here we go. I have to do this corner. Okay, there we go. What you trying to do to me? All right, now, so I wanted the bread, I didn't want the bread to be, like, warped too much. So now what I'll do is, now I'll see if I can just, like, scrunch all this stuff down. It's okay, I'll just keep working on it. I guess I have to do all this stuff, like, one at a time. You're gonna do it, gotta do it right. I always get like, oh, that's right. Should have a typography brush, right? I always start getting like self-conscious if I think something's taking too long. But I'm sorry. This is the life of an artist. This is the life I chose. You guys can help pass the time by telling me a fun story. Did this get stretched out? Yeah, it did, didn't it? What do you guys think? This is looking pretty like much like a haunted club sandwich, isn't it? Looking like a club sandwich. Take all the time. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know most of it is like, you know, in my own thinking. I know that, but still, you know, you want to make sure nobody's bored. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. So, don't want to return the favor by being a boring boy. Okay, so somebody on this actual chat looking like a snack. Yup, that's good. That's good. It probably needs another layer in here of like lettuce, but I'll just paint that in. Somebody texted me the other day and said that I might have gone gray because I got my hip replaced in yeah, these are cool colors. These are just these are the groups. But you're right, it would be cool if I made some crazy colors when I bring this into the painting. Got my hip replaced back in January. And before that I was I was in a lot of pain for like years because I had this thing called avascular necrosis. So what that basically means is the end of your bone turns into powder, starts turning into powder. So you got to get like a robot bone. So I got a robot hip now, and you know I'm pretty well recovered. I'm feeling pretty good. I think that it's going to take like a full year for me to be feel completely safe just doing anything or whatever. But you know, I'm like squatting. I was out in the backyard, like I was rebuilding some stairs on my out back, and I was like doing stuff that I hadn't even thought about doing in like 10 years. And I like just realized I was like, man, I never would have done that before I got my hip replaced. Like just like squatting down, you know, to get at something was I'm drilling a screw into a thing, and so in other words, I lived with this pain and like with lack of a lot of mobility for like, I'm going to say about 10 years. And so somebody texted me, Eva texted me the other day and said that I might have gone gray because of dealing with pain for all that time. Do you guys think that that might be true? I don't know. I've never really looked it up. Like, I know like the president gets gray. But I mean, I'm not like being the president. I wasn't being the president. But just from like the stress of being in pain or whatever. I don't know. Does stress cause gray hair? I guess it does. I guess stress does cause gray hair, but still, I don't know. I think it might just be in my genes to have gray hair. And like old man hair coming out of my ears. No, I don't. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? But yeah, it's crazy. Like when I started going to get my hair cut, and oh, how about my grandfather went gray early? Yeah. When I started going to get my hair cut, and I started seeing more, like they were fading the sides, and just like start seeing more and more white hair coming down every time. Now it's just nothing but white. Got the Mr. Fantastic going. Whatever. I mean, if I start dyeing my beard, though, you know, that's when it gets weird, right? What if I start dyeing my beard like a weird color that isn't a real color that somebody's hair can be? And I'm like, hey, guys. And I just showed up one day with like a beard that's like a weird red that isn't a real color. Would you guys still like me? All right, key shot. We're gonna go over to key shot. Fuchsia beard. See, now that's like, if you have a fuchsia beard, that's a decision. That's not like you're trying to hide anything, you know? If you just dye your hair a weird, like a color that is just a little bit not a real color, you know? But a fuchsia beard. Huh. Let's see. Let's see. Kool-Aid orange? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Let's see what it looks like. This is Alec Baldwin, y'all. Let me do fur. Fur tufts. Is fuchsia like pink? It is, isn't it? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I think I could pull off a pink beard. It's like reddy, pinky, purpley. Okay. I'm gonna do like a many toned beard. Is this what you guys tuned in to see me paint a beard on my own face, right? That's why you guys are here, isn't it? Put some pink in there. Hold on, you know what I'll do? Where are my colors? Here we go. From my grunge days, yeah. I used to dye my hair. I never dyed my beard, I don't think. But, yeah, I used to, like, bleach my hair and all that. I'm a Gen X punk kid. So, that's what we did. We dyed our hair and we said, fuck the man! And then we, well, we did things that I can't say in public. Basically, the ultimate filter. Yeah, right? How could I do that? I wonder if I could do that. Could I make an Instagram filter? There we go. Heather, send me a picture of Seth. I'll do this to him. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, there we go. That is awesome. Now, we can test some different colors if you guys want. You guys want to? Okay, we'll do it. Whoa. Green? No, no thank you. Yeah, I think we got it right with these colors. So, that's all. Stream's over. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's go back to, now after that quick, I look like pretty? Yeah, for real. You know, it's funny because I do shows around here and stuff, and I've got that one Gritty painting. I've got a painting of Gritty, and like, it's like a portrait, like a John Singer Sargent portrait of Gritty. And anybody who comes by who's from Pennsylvania buys one of those. Like, because I meet a lot of people from out of town. This is a touristy town. And so yeah, anybody who is from PA, especially from Philly, they'll buy it. Without fail. The Grinch. Yes. So I'm gonna do the same angle. I think that looks pretty cool. I think there's a lot of potential for this. Should we do any lighting? Should we just leave it? I don't know. I'm going to play around with the lighting just a little bit. Probably not anything that I could keep, but if I can add a little bit of interest to it, maybe I'll do that. What are some good, like, scary, haunted colors? I guess green. What's a cool painting? Oh, the Grinch, the Grady painting. Did I ever send you one even? Make it a highlight that falls off. I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, a lot of times, ooh, that's not right. Yeah, so we'll get one side like that, then, oops, oh, that's pretty cool. All right, and then I'll do another pin, pin number 2, color. Start out with blue, I think. Why won't it let me click this guy? Set highlight. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Diarrhea green. Okay, cool. I love it. This is a very adult, sophisticated podcast or stream. Podcast. Black purple, like desaturated purple. I don't know how. Yeah, I just want to get some like slight highlights on it, because you know it's all these colors are gonna be different when we get over to Photoshop. I just wanted to see if I could give it a cool effect real quick. Yeah, that doesn't really look scary, right? Or it's not really like that wasn't you. What wasn't you? If you guys start stealing keyboards from each other, I can't do anything about it. There's no way me have proven that. So you better just keep a hold of that keyboard and make sure that nobody takes it. So we've got diarrhea green. Yeah, I think green might work actually. Instead of this, well, we'll do purple on that side and we'll do green on this side. But what is diarrhea green? What is that? Is that like too much? Is that like like when you eat something too much, something that's purple? Or is that like, you know what? Too much spinach, okay. All right, I can dig it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it to be, you know, because it's like underlight. I just wanted to put something in here to make it have a little bit of interest. All right, I'm gonna render this out, and I'm just gonna put this in a render, and I'm gonna render this out, and I'm gonna send it to stream. It's crazy. We're bringing back the stream, guys, and we've got a lot of the old gang here. That's really cool. Thanks for coming back and hanging out. I'm going to say Haunted Club 2.0. Do you guys like my new lights and stuff? Can you see that? You can see that. All right, do that, and Add to queue. Which one is add to queue? Yep, control U, okay. So we'll do that, and then I'm gonna change the camera focal length. Let's see. So what have you been up to, Amani? Anything fun? Last time, well, I don't want to blow anything up. You don't want me to blow up, but you posted a picture of where you work at night, and that was crazy. It was like a every horror movie ever, the beginning of every horror movie ever that takes place in a hospital. It was like all the lights were red. So I'm glad that you're here too. I'm glad that nothing got you yet. The red hallway, yeah. Is that always red every night? Is that a hospital? Are you doing something in medical or something? Or like working in a hospital? I think this haunted club sandwich, what do you guys think? I think this haunted club sandwich is pretty cool. And so if I do it like this, I can put a face up here, and then I can put a toothpick back here like this one is. Short with the kitty and the lights, yeah. I can do different stuff. All right. So I'm going to go on a short little break while this is rendering, and I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes, y'all. Let me see. Let me set this to render. Peak. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. It's show and tell time. I'm gonna hide this screen. I'm gonna show you guys what I've been working on. Lately, I've been doing screen prints. So I'm a big fan of old gig posters and stuff. And let me see, how can I do this? I'm a big fan of old gig posters, like especially like old rock posters and stuff like that. So I'm like I don't know. It's like one of the only things I collect. I don't really collect that much stuff, but I do collect these old gig posters. You can see some of them back here, like this one. Those are all like screen prints, right? So I thought I would try my hand at starting to do some of that myself. And it's been going pretty well so far. Maybe I can add studio mode, and then I can go here and then add another camera, and see if we can get the Logitech in here. There we go. Okay. So, transition. Turn off studio. Okay, here I am. So, serigraphs, they're basically screen prints, right? So, I've been doing that, and I've been doing like all different, like, for those of you who don't know what screen printing is, I'll just do it real quick, just let you know what it is real quick. So, you start out with a screen. It's pretty much like, think of it like pantyhose, right? It's got like little tiny holes in it. And then you paint it with this stuff that blocks all the holes off. And it's light sensitive. So you paint it and it covers up all the holes. And it's light sensitive and it hardens under light. So what you do is you take like a negative of what you want the final print to be, and you lay that on top of it and expose it to light. And then what happens is everywhere where there was ink, and I'll show you in a minute, everywhere there was something covering the it's called emulsion. Everywhere there was something covering the emulsion, that'll wash out with water, and then you're left with a stencil. Actually, I can go get a screen right now. Hold on. So this is what a screen looks like. This is what a screen looks like. You see how it's got like an image in it? So everywhere where yellow is, ink can push through it. So that's how this works. You put ink, you flood it with ink, and then you scrape it with a squeegee, and then everywhere where it's yellow, that'll be turned into the print. And everywhere like this, that blocks it off. So I already did the first series. I'm doing like limited series of prints, like kind of in the tradition of these old rock posters and stuff, you know. So y'all want to see them? So I got some that they're all different. I probably have to drop this on the floor. Oh, there's one more thing. So the paper, I do this thing called marbling. It's like Turkish marbling. And basically what it is it's floating ink in water and then dipping the paper into it. And I did a stream Saturday and did some of them. So it comes out with like crazy patterns, the paper. So this is the paper. I treat it first with marbling. And so that makes each one of them like different, you know, like, so it's kind of like I'm making prints, right? I'm making prints. So they're all kind of the same, but they also are all very unique from each other because different colors, different patterns for the marbling, and then even some different screens and stuff. So like these aren't done yet. These only have one layer on them. And I think these fancy lights are maybe messing with the colors a little bit, but you see what I'm saying? So like they're all like kind of different, right? I really like this one. And so this is the series I'm working on now, and this is like a series of 20, and they'll all be the same concept, but they'll all be like different colors, you know? And I'll show you the finished one in a second after I'm done with this. Let's see. I got a few more here. I'll show you a few more. It's pretty fun. Let me know, would you guys ever like to see another marbling stream? I've got like 5 more to marble, so I can do that. I can do that for the next stream. Turquoise and orange, yeah, those turned out really cool. I really like that combination too. I use it more than once. Like this one's got a little pink in it, but it's also like that turquoise and orange. Some of them are like more subtle, you know, like there's pinks and yellows. Some of them are cooler, like crazier looking, you know. And these all look like, I'm not like a big hippie or anything, but these all look crazy under a black light. Like every one of them looks awesome under a black light. Okay, so that's the paper. That's what happens to the paper. And then after I screen print on top of this paper, I'll show you the series I did. So I just finished this series, and I've sold a few of them already, but it started out as 45, a series of 45. And let me... I was not 100% prepared to do this. So here's one that's a finished piece. Like this is what they look like when they're finished. And this is the Cupcake Ghost one that I did. I did like, yeah, this is one of 45 different ones. And they're all like, I use like different screens for them, some of them. So some of them have different, like even the layers are different on some of them. So, and then I do like painting embellishments on some of them. Let me get a couple out at once so I can. I'm gonna get a couple out at once. Yeah, this has been real cool. It's been real fun. Let me see if I can find a teal and orange one. Somebody who knew what they were doing was prepared for this for the stream. So, yeah, I'll just show you a couple more. So I also did like another screen that's got cupcakes on it. So I do some extra cupcakes. Yeah, it's kind of like sucking all the color out because of these lights are making the camera a little weird. Can I do anything about that? Not really. Yeah, I can make it look crazy like that. Dang, go away. You stop. Yeah, the marbling is cool. So, and then some of them are like dirtier. Yeah, it's hard to really see them. I'll have to figure out a way to get a camera that really shows them. Yeah, because it's like you can't even see. Like this is like a super fluorescent orange. So it's not quite the same to see them on this camera, but yeah, and there's like 30 more of them. So, and they're all different. So that's like what I've been doing lately to do some more, like bring some more traditional stuff into the mix. and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm still trying to put those on the website, so if you know anybody that wants a cupcake ghost, let me know. Because they are for sale. Alright, so I'm gonna go and pick the best render here, and we're gonna paint a little bit. But it's also getting to be my bedtime, y'all. See? Old man Dan. It's past my bedtime. See? Alright. Let's pick the best render. Let's see. Where is it? Stream. Bring back the stream. You guys can probably tell I haven't done this in like a year, right? I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I was ever like really fast at this stuff. Like going around on what did I even call it? Haunted Club 2. There we go. Let's see which one's like kind of the best angle. We're going for the scariest angle. Or the most interesting angle. They're all pretty similar, aren't they? This one's different. Yeah, I'm going to close all the ones that are like the same. This one's kind of different. So I guess I'm just doing haunted food. It's like my thing. That's my niche. My niche. All right. So I like this one because it feels like it's floating. I think this will be coolest looking when it's although I like how you can see the like okay, so it's between these two, I think. And I'll explain why I like both of them. Or the pluses and minuses of both of them. When it has teeth, yeah. So we've got the left one and the middle one and the right one. And the biggest difference is you see the bottom piece of bread. So on this one, you can see a little bit of the bottom of the piece of bread, so it feels like you're really looking up at it. This one, you can see the top of the bottom piece of bread and the bottom of the top piece of bread, so it's almost like a, because of the focal length of the camera, it's like, it's dynamic, you know, you can see the full perspective of it. And then this one is like a little bit in the middle, so this is a half measure, so we're gonna get rid of that. We only want intensity. So what do you guys think? I think this one's more of a haunted look. And maybe you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but just imagine which one of these is more haunted looking. One I said, okay. All right, so I'm gonna make this a 20 by 20 painting. So it's gonna be huge when it's done. Gus Smollett sandwich came in. The left one? Okay, yeah, that's the one we did. Sounds like it's unanimous. I forgot to do the plate. I don't know, man. Cause see, like the old one, you see how the old one is a little bit you can see the top and the bottom. And what I like about it is that the piece of bread goes over top of the plate. So let's open it up one more time. We've got one chance to change it. We can change it anytime. So does everybody still think the left one or this one? Hold on, let me get this right. Arrange 2 up vertical. I still think the left one's going to be cool. Like, especially when I do, like, eyes and teeth. Still the left? Okay. All right. I've been working on this other series with fast food and birds. So I've been just like doing a lot of different stuff. I'm also working on the second book, the second graphic novel, second book of the graphic novel rather. And it's crazy. Amani, you're in Asheville. I think you're still in Asheville, or you're close. I'm doing an event this Saturday in a comic shop where I'm going to hang out and work on the second book for a few hours in the comic shop, and then like have the books out there and be able to talk to people if they want to come by and hang out and stuff. Looks like the one I picked on the left. Okay, so it's unanimous. Let me fill this with color. I'm really kind of feeling the crazy colors for some reason tonight. Do a little something different, you know? It's from 12 to 4, Amani. Morgan's Comics. It's West Asheville. So yeah, please do come by. That would be awesome. I don't know. It's kind of small. It's like well, last time I was in there, it was pretty small. I don't know where they're gonna put me. I might be like literally on top of a rack of comic books. I don't know. No, probably not. I think they've changed some things up. I think they got more space, but anyway. I think it's gonna be cool. Morgan was nice enough to let me, you know, to help promote it and everything. This is crazy. I want to show you guys something. So, do you remember the colors we use? We use one blue and one green. And once I introduced that purple, do you see how different it makes the way that you see the colors? So, like, you can tell this is blue and green, and then when you introduce this purple, they both, to me, look like just the same, almost the same green. That's pretty cool. All right, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it like exactly the same. I'm probably gonna see about doing some different stuff. I'm just gonna start playing. Science, yep, science of color and eyesight. It's pretty cool. It's warm and cool colors, actually, usually what it is. Because you've got like a real... So since you got like a bright purple, purple and green are on the opposite of the color wheel from each other. See, purple is right here on the color wheel, and then green's up here, so the fact that these two are closer together makes them both look almost like the same color, I think. That's what I'm gonna say. That's my theory, at least. There is some cool stuff you can do with color, but yeah, that's why, I mean, I used to, or I still do, like, really subtle, science tries to claim everything. Yeah. Sometimes it's just magic, you know? Speaking of haunted, could you tell me again, Amani, where that was? You said that was it is a hospital? It looked like a hospital. Imagine the spookiest hallway possible in like an abandoned hospital, and that's where Amani works. All right, so what I like about these eyes, Overstock building. What? Overstock building for hospital employees and dead bodies. Oh my gosh. Did you ever see this movie Night Watch? Because that's exactly like, it sounds exactly like that movie Night Watch. So Game of Thrones, Jaime Lannister, it's got like a baby Jaime Lannister in it, actually. And it's in like Danish because Jaime Lannister is Danish. And it's got another guy in it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show called The Bridge. And I think it's also Danish. It's like a Danish crime show. It's pretty good. One of the cops in that show is also in this movie. And it was like made in the 90s, so they're both really... They're little babies. And he's a the night watchman of a, I guess a morgue. Like the morgue part of a hospital. Well, you are a lot more brave than I am, because I don't think I could do it. I think I maybe last like a couple nights. At most. Especially if you're in there. Are you in there by yourself, or are there other people that you can at least talk to? Or is it like... By the way, feel free to ignore me if I'm asking you too personal stuff. If you don't want to like talk about it on the stream. I get it. Not everybody wants to just like tell their business to everybody like I do on the stream. Man, why can't I just paint on the right layer, for dang's sake? All right, here we go. I think I'm gonna need more room to... I'm gonna make this smaller for now. Then we'll we'll maximize it as big as possible once I figure out this dude's face. You know what? Am I gonna just give him silly teeth this time? I might make him a goofy teeth guy this time. Or make him like not just super jagged, but all different crazy teeth. Do you guys know who Jaime Lannister is when I say that? Of course you do. Everybody watch Game of Thrones? Some of it at least. Oh, okay. A group of lab people that that watch heartbeats. Got it. Oh, so overstock meaning people that have to stay for a long period of time and they don't necessarily have like a bed in the main building from them. Try eyes on stalks. Yeah, that's maybe so. I still haven't decided how scary I want to go with it, but because I've been like doing these teeth that are like kind of like 3D lately, that are like almost like, you know, like a graffiti style almost, like cartoon style. It's hard to explain right now, but you'll see what I'm talking about when I work on this a little bit more. Do they keep playing this song? These are songs that I've used in my YouTube videos, so that maybe that's what it is. I'm like remembering them. All right, my friends. I think I know we just started this painting, but I think it's getting to be close to my bedtime. Or not necessarily my bedtime right now, but like if I don't stop and give myself like a little bit to wind down, I'll be just squared off teeth are scary. Yeah. Yeah, especially when you make them all crowding in with each other and stuff. So, and then make some of them sharp and some of them like broken. And I can't forget to do like, I don't know if I'm going to stick with this color scheme or not. I think it's kind of interesting. It's definitely something different. Like, I don't usually do this kind of graphic color combos like this. But it's a new day. Come on, let me put some stuff on here. Hard light. Yes, I don't know if you guys have been I've been trying to bring back the YouTube videos and like doing some YouTube videos with what is the word that I'm trying to think of? Time lapses of paintings and like doing like a different subject. Like the most recent one is going to be, or the next one is going to be, so this crazy thing happened like a couple weeks ago. At this point, it's been a couple weeks, but I got cameras around my apartment because like during the pandemic, things got a little weird. Nobody knew what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I put up some cameras, and also a car got stolen from right out in the parking lot. So, and I'm not about to get my car stolen because I am weird about my car. So the other morning, I woke up and it was like 5, the sun wasn't even up yet, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was drinking my coffee in the morning, and the motion detector started going off, buzz, 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 and I got used to kind of ignoring it because stuff like sets them off all the time, especially during the day, because I live in close proximity to a lot of stuff happening. So, but this time it buzzed like 5 times in a row, which tells me like somebody's doing a lap around my apartment and hitting every camera, right? So there's also some like, transient, like, I don't know what the right word is that people are calling them these days, but it's like homeless people. There are homeless people like taking a shortcut through the parking lot a lot. And it's like whatever. It's like doesn't bother me, unless they start messing with my shit, which is like, so then it was right out here. So I like checked the footage that it took, and I saw this dude just like walk by one of the cameras, and I was like, this dude something's going on. And so I checked another camera, and I saw him walk up to my car and look around and then try the door handle and then keep going. and he did it all like the smooth motion, like, you know. So he was trying to break into my fucking car. Now it's possible he was just going to see if there was any change in there or something, and I know he wouldn't have been able to drive off in it because it's a straight drive. So I don't think anybody knows how to drive straight anymore. But anyway, so so I was like, man, he's probably doing this all over, you know. So I just like real quickly, I was like, I wonder if he messed with somebody else's car or anything. So I went outside, and he was still here. He was over here on the porch, and on another person's porch, which tells me he might have been trying like door handles too. So before I knew it, I was yelling at this dude, like cussing like hell at him. I mean, it was weird because it wasn't like I'm going to tell this man what for. It was more like just it came out of me. Like I was like, "You need to stay the fuck out of here, man." And I just like started going off on him. And he just kind of like turned around real slow and looked at me, and he went like this, like, "What?" And I was like, "I saw you looking at my fucking car, man." I was like, I just got real, I got real aggressive. He was far away, so it wasn't like I just told him like, you know, I better not see you around here again. You know, I just like, so it was like, it was funny because what I'm trying to explain is that I didn't even realize this was happening until I went back inside the house. I didn't realize what had happened at all, really. I just reacted, right, when I saw that dude messing with people's shit. My shit. And so I just kind of like went off, and then I came back inside. Now, I mean, I was like 3 feet, like less than 3 feet from my door. So, you know, it wasn't like I was doing anything that, yeah, visceral, yes. And so like, it just got me thinking like the fight or flight response, right? So I just started thinking about the fight or flight response. And then like, once the sun came up and everything, and like, so like during the time, you know how sometimes when you're in a confrontation, your heart starts going and you get like that adrenaline and stuff? Like that did not happen to me at all. I did not have any kind of reaction like I was nervous or anything. Like it was weird. It was like I was ready to tune this dude up without even thinking about it, which is kind of a little bit scary. Like I'm not like really like the kind of guy that fights, but I guess don't mess with my car. I guess that's the lesson. So, yeah, I got back inside, and immediately I was like, did that just happen? And then I started like, and then that was when I started like having a reaction, like, damn man, I can't believe that just happened, you know? And like, and then I started getting like, paranoid. Not paranoid's not the right word. Like almost like I was expecting for somebody to come running through the front door at any minute. You know what I mean? So I was just like, I knew reasonably, like logically in my head, I knew like nobody's coming into my house. But I just had this like almost like this instinctual feeling of like, yeah, of that, of like, you know, being extra vigilant. So that's, I went off and I did some research about fight or flight, and like the difference between fear in animals and people and stuff like that. And that's what the YouTube video is going to be about this week. Like that's what I'll be talking about while I'm doing a painting. I haven't really figured out what painting yet. Probably needs that reaction. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you know, I know it's hard, and I don't like it when people are forced to be desperate and stuff, but just don't fuck with my stuff, man. Like, especially because, you know, like I watch a lot of crime shows, and I know that can make you a little bit paranoid too, but, you know, people that end up doing crazy shit, like breaking into people's houses and murdering them in their sleep, they usually start out petty crimes like trying doorknobs, looking in people's houses. So, but you're right. I mean, he was probably just looking for change, money, something of value that he could pawn. One morning we came out and there was somebody, a drunk, like just a drunk sleeping it off in a car out here that somebody left their door unlocked. So, things get weird around here sometimes. So I brought that up just to tell you, well, I wanted to tell the story for one thing, but also like, that's the kind of thing that'll get me like going off and doing a little bit of research on stuff, like the science behind that, because it really made me wonder, like, it just really made me wonder what that was. That fight or flight reaction. And then, when I was walking around the park a little bit later, I was like waiting for someone to come jumping out of the bushes or something. And I knew that was stupid to think that, but I was like ready. Looking around, waiting for somebody to come jumping out of the bushes and try and, I don't know, take my change. I was ready. But, yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, it is. It's a shame. It's a shame when people are, like, desperate like that. But, let's feel bad for me, though, because I almost got my car broken into. That's the real point. People are unpredictable. Yeah, I guess, and that was another thing, is like after the fact, since I've told people this story, they're like, man, be careful and stuff like that. And I guess, yeah, I could sit around and think about all the things that might have happened. He might have pulled out a knife. He might have been really good at throwing stars, and he might have like pulled some throwing stars out of his each side of his belt, went and threw them at me right from across the parking lot. But he was really far away, to be honest. If he started running at me, I would have been like outside, or I would have been inside pretty quick. Or actually, I don't know what I would have done in that moment. Because yeah, I do have a something behind the door to show people if they ever did want to like test my skills, test my my karate skills. Don't believe in passive protection. What does that mean? Does that mean you would have just like, you just would have taken them down and then asked questions later? Is that your style, Imani? Because I can respect that. And I'll tell you what, he hasn't been around here since then. He's not going to be taking a shortcut through here anymore. And also, if I wanted to make myself into a hero, which I really am. I mean, if you think about it, I'm a hero. But, like, he could have been getting into other people's stuff. He could have been doing shit all around the neighborhood, So now maybe that made his, made him pucker up a little bit and think about, oh, yeah, some crazy old man that looks like fucking Alec Baldwin might just come out of his house and whoop my ass. If I keep just doing this. I mean, it was right here, man. It was like 10 feet in front of a giant window. So. That's my story. Think twice about coming due to my aggression, yes. Aggression in quotes? Why aggression in quotes? Do you not think that's tough? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're right. I mean, sometimes you have to threaten violence. Unfortunately, as much as I would love for the world to be a completely and totally peaceful place, sometimes you have to threaten somebody with violence and hope that you don't have to follow through with it. And that's just the way. Didn't you see the cameras? I don't know. I mean, who knows? People aren't always thinking straight, I don't see how he couldn't have noticed that lights were coming on as he was walking through, because all of them have motion lights. So I don't know, man. He might have just thought he could, like, nobody's up. But he was wrong, because I was up. But I don't know if he saw the cameras or not. I was too busy yelling at him. But yeah, that's the kind of thing, like, it sucks because, like, for the next 2 nights, even though I know, like, for one thing, I know the guy was probably pretty harmless, I mean, he was just a guy who was, again, just looking for stuff in the car. But you never know. And then you think, like, of all the things that could have happened. And then the paranoia starts kicking in, and you're like, oh, man, what if he, like, comes back? What if he comes back tonight and throws a brick through my windshield, or, so... I was like a little bit extra vigilant for the next couple nights, and now I'm just like, okay, it's just a story that I can tell now. Yeah, touching the doorknob. Now that's the thing is like I didn't see him doing it, but just the fact that he was walking off of somebody's porch. Now he could have been looking around for cigarette butts. He could have been doing other things. He could have been looking around for anything. But that told me that it was a big possibility that he was trying doorknobs too, especially because he was still out there. I mean, it was a few minutes before I saw the footage and noticed, because I wasn't expecting to run into him outside. I was expecting to just go out there and make sure that he hadn't gotten into anybody else's car, because I thought enough time had passed where he had like just blown through there. But so. Yeah. Somebody's going to rush you, going to know your surroundings, and a weapon to use. Walking stick, yep. I just had hip surgery, yeah. But see, that means, like, now that I'm healed up, that means I can kick real high now. Like JCVD, kick people in the face if they really need it. I've got basically a bionic hip now. Yeah, I mean, sit and chill with them. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Even like people that there are a lot of homeless people around. People that don't live here. It's like there are homeless people around here, but for the most part, they're just people that will walk up and tell you a story or do a little dance and tell you something about healing crystals, and then they'll ask for some money. And like, for the most part, they're just, some of them are like mentally ill, so they're a little out there. Some of them are just like burnt out. But then it's like, there are some that are like, desperate, desperate. They're on drugs and they need money, right? Like somebody who's so like a homeless person who knows that this is a pretty small town, and like the people that like you would chill with, they know you don't bust into people's cars. Don't break into people's cars. Do whatever. Don't start, because that's, you don't last long. This town is not big enough for you to just go to a different part of town, Homeless and hard drugs. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I've got too much experience with people that are desperate like that, like on drugs and stuff, desperate like that, to just be like, I mean, yeah, I know it's like a shame and I wish I could do something about it, but at the same time, you gotta protect yourself, protect your stuff. But I do know what you mean. Yeah, I could see you saying, "Stop or I'll punch you." Yeah, some of them do, like, I mean, they have, yeah, their minds are not working right. Or, well, actually, a lot of people that end up on the street, unfortunately, it's because they have mental problems and they can't hold down a job and all the things that it takes, and they don't have support system. Some people are on the street by choice because they don't want to have a job and make money, and they want to just like get up enough money for a 12-pack every night and then whatever, I mean, different reasons. But regardless, you've got to have some, I mean, if you consider addiction a mental health issue, which it is a lot for the most part, that counts too. But yeah. Sometimes, like, again, I do shows downtown, and there are people that come walking through there, and there are some like real winners that come walking through there, and there are people that come dancing through with it. They've got like a little like something strapped to their hip, and they're like, you know what I mean? And then there are some people that are just like, like staples around here. Like the one dude that just stands on the corner and he listens to headphones, and you can't hear the music, but he can. And he like plays like a little like rock Xbox 360 like Rock Band guitar, and he just screams like metal music. So he's like listening to metal music that you can't hear. All you can hear is him just like screaming these crazy like death metal lyrics. So yeah, I'm a air guitar guy. You know that guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm a live and let live person. I think everybody should do what they want. But of course, that comes with not fucking with my stuff, because it's not like I'm like over here living in some like lap of luxury where I got like, yeah, it's totally fine if somebody breaks into my car. No, it's not. That would like really set me back if I had to get a window fixed or something, you know. Anyway, on that note, guys, I'm gonna go and get some sleep because my throat is a little dry from talking, telling stories, and I'm also gonna let me change it over to full camera screen. Boom. Good night, Amani. Thank you. Yeah, every Thursday at 6:30 I'm gonna be starting this back up. We went a little late tonight, but I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me. Is 7:30 usually when you start coming back alive from dinner, or 6:30 or whatever? Just let me know. I'm definitely open to doing it when most people are available, you know. Because I'd rather be here being able to hang out and tell stories and talk to you guys than it's, of course, more fun than me just sitting here like, you know, the Teeth Rock. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna finish this next time. We're gonna finish it. So I've made this new 7:30 either one. Okay. I made this new, not a rule, but I'm gonna try to start not taking 4 weeks to do these. I'm gonna start trying to like get them finished in a time box, like 2 weeks or whatever. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll see y'all next time.